The Secret Blessings of Islamic Friday, a complete story. The sun had not yet risen when the first soft call of the adhan echoed through the sleepy streets of Lahore. Ahmed, a young man in his mid-20s, stirred awake as the words Allahu Akbar reached his heart. Friday, the best day of the week, had arrived once again. Ahmed had heard many times from his grandfather that Friday was no ordinary day. The Prophet Muhammad said, "The best day on which the sun rises is Friday. On it Adam was created, on it he was admitted to paradise, and on it he was expelled therefrom." Every Friday, Ahmed tried to remember these words, but today something felt different. There was a strange calm in the air, a silence that invited the soul to listen. He rose from his bed, washed his face, and performed the early morning prayer, Far. As the cool water touched his skin, he thought of the blessings hidden in this sacred day. His grandfather used to say, "When you wake on Friday, cleanse yourself completely, wear your best clothes, and prepare as if you are about to meet a king, for you are meeting the king of all kings." After prayer, Ahmed prepared for ghusl, the special purification recommended for Fridays. The water was cold, but refreshing. Each drop felt like it was washing away not just dust, but also the heaviness of the past week, the mistakes, the worries, the silent fears. He chose a clean white garment and applied a light fragrance, just as the Prophet encouraged. While buttoning his shirt, his eyes fell on the Quran resting on the shelf. Surah Al-Kahf came to his mind. The Prophet said, "Whoever recites Surah Al-Kahf on Friday, it will illuminate him with light between the two Fridays." Ahmed gently opened the holy book, the pages glowing faintly in the morning light. The verses spoke of trials of faith, wealth, knowledge, and power, reminding him that this world was only a temporary station. As he recited, he felt a light settling inside his chest. The night of Friday carried a stillness that felt almost sacred. Ahmed stepped onto the small balcony of his home, where the faint city lights twinkled beneath a velvet sky. A cool breeze brushed against his face as he whispered quiet words of dhikr, remembrance of Allah. Every subhanallah felt like a star lighting up the darkness. Inside, the gentle murmur of his family's voices floated through the air. His mother was preparing a simple tea while his father recited verses from the Quran. Ahmed joined them, and together they created a circle of worship, hearts united in gratitude. Grandfather cleared his throat, ready to share another gem of wisdom. "My dear children," he began, "Friday is a mirror of life. We begin with cleansing, just as we begin life in purity. We gather in prayer, just as we will gather on the day of judgment. And we end with the setting sun, just as every soul will one day return to its Lord." Ahmed listened carefully, the words sinking deep. He realized that Jumu'ah was not only a weekly event, but a rehearsal for eternity. Later, as the clock neared midnight, Ahmed found a quiet corner of the house. He opened the Quran once more and read verses of mercy and forgiveness. The world outside seemed to fade. Only the eternal words remained. He prayed for those he loved, for strangers suffering in far-off lands, and even for those who had wronged him. His heart softened with each prayer until it felt as though a gentle light surrounded him. The next morning, long after the sacred Friday had passed, Ahmed awoke with a renewed sense of purpose. The peace of Jumu'ah lingered in his chest like a fragrance that does not fade. He carried its lessons into the new week. To speak with kindness even when hurt. To forgive quickly before bitterness could grow. To seek Allah's pleasure in every small act. Friday had ended, but its blessings continued to echo, an endless invitation to return, to renew, and to rise closer to Allah.